is Briiizyyyy Tarot here, back with another pick a card reading. For today, we are going to be taking a look at the next big change coming your way, and we have 3 piles today. We have pile number 1 with the Modern Witch Tarot and the Clear Quartz. We have pile number 2 with the Pastel Journey Tarot and the Rose Quartz, and we have pile number 3 with the Mystic Mondays Tarot and the Amethyst. Now, take a second to pick your pile. Once you know which pile is calling out the most to you, go down below to the description box and pick the corresponding timestamp, and then we can hop right into your reading. Okay, can't wait to see you guys there. Hi, pile number 1. This is going to be your reading on what big change is coming next in your life. And I just want to jump right into this energy because I think it's so interesting. One of the first messages that I got was that things are going to be speeding up for you. And this will especially resonate, I think, if you've been finding that progress in your life recently has been very slow. Now, this could be in regards to maybe a specific goal, or maybe this was in a lifestyle change that you wanted to make, and maybe it just didn't come through, or maybe it didn't come through in the way that you imagined it would. But I am seeing that things are going to start speeding up, and this is going to be in multiple areas of your life, and I'm really seeing that in the 8 of Wands, right? Because this is one of the fastest moving cards in tarot, but also there's multiple wands, and I sort of feel like that's very representative of the different areas of your life that these changes are going to be manifesting in. I have to say it's a lot of really positive change that I'm picking up. Mostly when it comes to your goals. I feel like you're going to be having a lot of ideas, and this is really what I'm picking up in the Page of Swords. You're going to be having a lot of ideas, a lot of hits of inspiration. I don't think that all of them are necessarily ideas that you need to act on. I am getting a piece of advice that's coming through, which is act on the ones that bring you the most excitement first, or that spark the most curiosity. But I am seeing that there's going to be a lot of hits of inspiration coming your way. You're going to be finding that you are going to be maybe wanting to explore new pathways that you haven't explored before. I feel like many of your goals are staying the same, but maybe you are finding a new way to get to those goals, and actually it's going to be much quicker. It's going to be a much quicker path. I'm also seeing that you're going to find yourself to be very lucky, and I'm really seeing this in the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles is, someone who's very abundant, someone who's surrounded by luxury, someone who's very grounded and very practical. So I really feel like that's representative of you bringing your ideas, your goals, and grounding them in reality. Also, what tells me that this is going to be a very lucky time for you is that I'm seeing in the rabbit imagery that is representative of good luck. And I'm also getting the message that for some of you, rabbits are going to be a sign of good luck. So if you see anything rabbit-shaped, it doesn't matter if it's like literally a rabbit, or like even if you see a cloud and it's kind of shaped like a rabbit. I don't know. I just got that message, which is really interesting. But I feel like rabbits are going to be a sign of luck for you during this time. I'm also getting in the High Priestess that this is going to be a very intuitive time for you. Like I said earlier with the Page of Swords, I'm seeing a lot of ideas, a lot of downloads, a lot of inspirational, sort of hits coming your way. And I feel like you are going to find your way to these hits of inspiration intuitively. I'm also seeing that you're going to be working on something privately. It's going to be something that maybe you plan to share in the future, but right now you're working privately on it. I don't know why, but just, the High Priestess, like the way she's sitting with her laptop, I'm getting the sense that you're going to be working on something. Now let's move to your next set of cards that I've already have picked out. Actually, I think I'm just going to place them on top so that we can just fit them all in frame. Okay, so we have the Four of Cups, we have the Three of Swords, we have the Queen of Cups, we have the Three of Pentacles, and we have the Temperance card, and then we have the World. I'm going to put the World to the side for a bit, but I just want to get into these cards. With the Four of Cups, I am seeing that you may have in the past closed yourself off to opportunities that have come your way, and this could have been from maybe you felt like there was sort of limiting beliefs, like whether or not you were conscious of them, there may have been some limiting beliefs involved, so maybe you felt like these opportunities would not turn out to work in your favor, and so you decided to maybe turn away from them. I'm also getting the sense that you, if this is not about you turning away from opportunities due to limiting beliefs, I'm seeing that possibly in the past, whatever you went through might have been very challenging, and I'm seeing that you are over it. Literally, it says in the card, I'm going to pick it up and show you guys. But see, like on her sweatshirt, it says over it. Like, I feel like you guys are really over, I feel like whatever era you just came out of, you're kind of done with it. And if you're watching this around the New Year's, that's kind of funny because, like, I feel like you are definitely one of those people who feel like 2024 is your time to make your goals and your dreams happen. I'm also seeing that you're coming out of a time that was possibly very heartbreaking for you in the Three of Swords. There were definitely some darker times in your past, and I think you're coming out of that. I also feel that you are more connected to your emotions now than maybe you were in the past. You could have possibly went through some inner child healing in the last year. You could have possibly been very focused on connecting more to your intuitive abilities. These are just certain things I'm picking up on. I'm also seeing that right now you are stepping into a more emotionally fulfilling time of your life, and I'm really seeing that transition from this side of the table to this side, because on this side we have the Three of Pentacles and we have the Temperance card. So I think that things are coming back into balance for you. I think that if you're coming out of a period that was maybe a little more challenging or a little more difficult, you are headed into brighter times. I'm also seeing that in regards to your work, that you are truly going to be feeling that you are co-creating. There's this sense that whatever that goal was that you were working on, or whatever goals you're currently working on, I feel like one of the reasons why you are going to be feeling lucky in this area of your life is because you're going to find that help is around every corner. I'm seeing you meeting the right connections, whether it's a group, a new community, a teacher, connecting with the right people. Maybe like it's randomly, like you just, decide to take a walk one day and then you end up meeting somebody who has wonderful advice for you. I just feel like you are going to be feeling so supported and so inspired. I'm also seeing that there is a potential for a teacher to be coming in for you at this time. Somebody who's going to really help you guide, is going to help guide you and is going to help you maybe understand a bit better how you could hone some of your abilities, some of your innate gifts to bring these goals into fruition. Also, in the World card, I'm seeing that you just finished out a really important cycle. And I feel like you're at the beginning of your next journey, which is really interesting. I feel like whatever the last cycle you were in, I feel like it was this karmic cycle, it was this lesson that you need to learn. But I feel like you've learned the lesson. And now with that lesson, whatever that might be for you, I feel like you're ready to take that into the next chapter of your life, and that is what is going to help you bring your goals into fruition, bring your goals into reality. It's going to be the lessons you learned from the past. I'm also getting a message that if there was a particular goal that you may have struggled with in the past, you struggled bringing it into reality, and you felt discouraged around that goal, I'm getting a message that there is still potential for this goal to come into fruition. Maybe not how you initially imagined it, but I feel like the lessons that you learned in this previous experience that might have left you feeling a little disappointed can actually help guide you in your next endeavor or your next pursuit of maybe the same endeavor but maybe in a different fashion. I'm seeing that and I'll give you an example if this might make sense a little more. Let's say you wanted to start your own business, and so you tried the first time, you put all your blood, sweat, tears into it, and then it just didn't come through, or maybe it came through and you were actually able to ground that idea in reality, but then you did not attract as many clients or as many sales or whatever the business was as you thought you might have, right? And so it was a bit discouraging because you put in all this effort. And maybe you did this alone, and maybe it was very hard for you to bring through this idea. And this is just an example, maybe a lesson that you can learn from that is that maybe it would be useful for you to seek help in bringing your ideas through. Maybe you don't need to put all of yourself in it. Maybe you could ask for help. I'm not sure. That's just a message that came through. Some of you might specifically resonate with that example, but I guess the point is, whatever you might have felt failed in the past, it did not fail. All it did was show you exactly where you need to improve, where you need to plan ahead, and possibly where you might need to seek help or consider other solutions if the previous solutions in the past did not work. That is all the messages that I'm getting from your tarot. Now I want to pull some oracle cards just to get a little more advice from Spirit. Okay, Spirit, can we give some advice? How can we help pile number 1 with this next big change that's coming into their life? How can we help pile number 1? Okay. So we have memory, and we also have the architect. Ooh. I don't know why, but when I looked at that card, that imagery just felt so powerful. Okay. And then we can ask Spirit, what specific advice do you have for pile number 1? What specific advice? Okay, hi, sorry, I had to cut out the camera for a bit because there was a lot of noise in the background, but the 3 cards that came out were the Architect, Memory, and Friendliness. So I'm going to go over each of those cards. So what I'm getting with this card, and it's interesting because I mentioned that your goals would be coming into fruition. They would be becoming more and more grounded in reality. But what I feel is being said with this card specifically is that it is entirely up to you what change is coming into your life. Like, I'm feeling such a strong manifestation energy. I feel like, you really are stepping into your power. You're actually learning that you are a master manifester, which is something that's so powerful, and I'm so happy that you're learning that. And maybe it's even a potentially, because I did mention that there would be a teacher coming in for you that would be helping you learn how to use your abilities to bring your goals into reality. And I feel like this can even be said true for intuitive abilities, psychic abilities regarding, just anything metaphysical. Like, that's kind of the messaging that I'm picking up here. But what I'm seeing is that it's ultimately your choice, the next big change. I feel like it's covering multiple areas of your life. I feel like there's multiple things coming through that you wish to change at this current moment. I feel like you're ready to step into this new time and this new era, and I think that is going to be defined by a lot of different things. But I think the main message that Spirit is delivering to you today is that it's up to you, and I think it's going to come very quickly. I also feel that memory is going to be a big thing here, because I think that how you navigate what's coming next is going to be, I don't want to say dictated, because dictated is not the correct word, but it's going to be affected by the memories you choose to hold on to. I feel that there's great wisdom in certain experiences you've had, even if they did not necessarily turn out the way you had hoped. And I think that Spirit wants you to be mindful with those memories and those experiences, and as you are co-creating your reality, to keep those experiences in mind. And specifically, if you've already to some degree achieved, and this is a very specific message for a few of you, but if you've already to some degree achieved your manifestation or your goal once before, even if it was in a slightly different form than the way you might want it now, I am getting the sense that Spirit is saying that it's very important for you to go back to that time, to go back to that memory, to relive it, to relive those feelings of excitement, of joy, of passion, and to allow those feelings to help you visualize your new manifestation. Because I feel that it's going to be very helpful in your process. I also feel very strongly that this will be helpful because, remember, your mind can't tell the difference between whether something is actually happening or not. So long as you are experiencing a certain thing, your mind will perceive it to be real. So it's going to be very important that as you are manifesting whatever goal you're trying to bring through, to keep in mind that it's going to be the visualization of those feelings and of those experiences that are going to help you stay in that state of being that is going to help you attract it with more ease. And another bit of information that I feel Spirit wants me to share is to remember that when you are manifesting something, the thing that you're manifesting is looking for you too. The thing you're attracting to you is already attracted to you. It is, in a sense, true to your natural vibration. It's true to who you really are. So if you are trying to manifest, let's say it's becoming famous, right? Let's just say. If you feel you deeply resonate with that and that is a reality that you would like to make your own, understand that you're not shifting to a new person, but more so you're shifting to the version of yourself that is famous. You are already in resonance with that idea, with that frequency. So it's not really about becoming something different or having to learn how to shift to something different. It's really just becoming more of who you already are. That's just an example. I'm not saying that that's your goal. I have a feeling that for this pile, there's going to be people with all different sorts of goals coming that, that felt drawn to this particular pile. But what I'm seeing very clearly is that it's going to begin moving at a more rapid pace, and you're going to begin feeling very lucky. I'm also seeing that something that's going to help with this next big shift is maintaining a friendly and open attitude towards new people coming into your life, or even people who maybe are already in your life. I feel like by being open, you are going to be attracting yourself to synchronistic situations that are going to help you bring through your manifestations with more ease. An example that I can give you with this is, let's say there's a friend who has been asking to hang out, who's been wanting to, I don't know, maybe they've been begging you to go take a yoga class with them, and maybe you're like, I don't really know, I don't really want to go do that, I feel lazy, I don't really want to get out of my house. And then one day you just decide, no, I'm going to be open, I'm going to go, we're going to see what happens. You go with absolutely no intention, and then at the end of that yoga class, you end up meeting somebody who becomes your future business partner. You know what I mean? So it's sort of in that sense. It doesn't have to necessarily be that specific. It could be that by opening yourself, you open yourself to very minor but very meaningful experiences. It does not have to be something as big as you meeting, something as, life-changing as, your soulmate, But it's just more of the message that by being open, you will experience more abundance and you will experience more opportunities. I'm also seeing that when it comes to bringing your goals into fruition, there are going to be a lot of people who want to help you. And let's say you're looking to hire people to do a job, or you think you need to hire people to do a job. There's actually already people who are willing to do that for free. If that was something you were concerned about already, that is a message coming through. That there's going to be people who are going to want to help you, and it's free of charge. I'm sorry, I should probably say where I'm picking that up from, but I really was seeing that in this card in friendliness. There's that message around receiving the right kind of help when you need it, and it not costing as much as you might think it will. Okay, that is your reading, pile number 1. I hope you found it insightful. I hope this helped. And if it did, make sure to leave a comment down below. Let me know how you resonated with the reading. If you liked the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more readings in the future. And I hope to see you in the next one. Bye. Hi, pile number 2. This is going to be your reading on what big change is coming next in your life. And I'm really excited about this reading because I just feel so much success in your energy. I feel like you recently underwent some sort of moment of victory or moment of recognition, or you're about to receive recognition for some work that you've done, or maybe a goal that you've had for a while now. I am seeing, it's very interesting though. And the reason why I say it's very interesting is because, not that this seems like a double-edged sword, but I am sort of getting in your energy that the journey doesn't stop here. If anything, I think that this success that I'm seeing, the Six of Wands, it's going to bring about even more healing, even more progression, in some ways, even more challenges, and it's not in a scary way. I feel that you're very equipped to handle it, and it's going to be very healing for you. But I feel that this success is now opening the doors for a lot of different things in your life, and we're going to go over it. First up, in the Lovers, I'm seeing that for some of you, this might be representative of a new romantic interest coming into your life, but for others of you, this is actually more representative of you finding more of a balance in your life. I'm also seeing in this card that you will be shifting perspectives on something, again, coming into a more balanced perspective. It's possible that there was, like I said, that moment of you achieving something, receiving some sort of recognition, possibly surrounding a goal that you had wanted to achieve for a really long time. And I feel like now you're going to be on the other end of it, and for some of you, this might totally shift your perspective in the sense that you might realize that some of the beliefs, limiting beliefs that you had before you came into this success, they might be actually further illuminated, because now it's almost like I'm getting the example like, now that you have the recognition, now that you have the success, and the limiting belief to some degree is still there, you know that it's not a byproduct of failure. So it's coming from somewhere else. That was a message I just got. Also, what I'm seeing is that you are going to be listening to the opinions of others. It's very possible that because I'm, again, picking up that sense of recognition, that you could be attracting an audience of some sort, or more people in general might be drawn to you. You might be feeling more magnetic in your presence. I'm seeing that a lot of people are drawn to you. A lot of people are recognizing you, seeing you as very successful. For some of you, this could be about having an online following. I did see that at the beginning of this reading, but that message isn't going to apply for all of you, but that is a possibility for some of you if that was something you were already interested in. And remember, this recognition that I'm seeing, it's the most immediate energy in this pile. So it's either that you have just experienced this or that you're on the verge of it. So the only reason I feel the need to say that, or to clarify that, is, you know, if you're not somebody who's posting on social media, if you're not somebody who's engaging, then it might not be that that's the message for you, but I just want to make that clear. I'm getting very clearly, though, that you are going to be exposed to the thoughts and the opinions of others, and this is going to, one, help shift your perspective and show you perhaps where you might have been limiting yourself in the past, but also I think that it's going to help you have the chance to change others' perspectives and others' opinions, and I think that that's something you're going to be very good at. I also am seeing that this is going to be a very intuitive time for you. If you're finding that you're connecting more with your intuitive abilities and your feminine qualities, especially within the last few months, I feel that this is only going to grow and expand further for you, which is very exciting. You're going to be receiving more downloads, more intuitive hits. I'm also seeing that your intuition is very key to what it is you're doing. So it's very possible that you could be some sort of psychic. It's very possible that for whatever reason, your intuitive abilities impact your workflow. That's something I'm also picking up. I am seeing that this is a time for you to be very in tune with your instincts, because that's what's going to take you to success. I would not even be surprised if what you're receiving recognition for was actually something that you found intuitively, something that might have been a split-second decision, or something that might have just happened in just a very synchronistic way. There's something very magical about the energy here. I'm also seeing that you're moving away, you're moving out of what was possibly a more difficult time, and I am seeing that you're moving away from those challenges, and I'm really seeing that in the Six of Swords. We have more tarot cards, so let's just lay them down. We have the Nine of Cups. We have the Devil. we have the Ace of Wands, and we also have the Tower. Okay, so again, I feel like this, for me, it just solidifies more of what I'm saying. With the Nine of Cups coming, especially that it's under the Six of Wands, I'm seeing very clearly this is a wish fulfillment card. I'm also getting the sense that there is a message here about your life coming back into balance. So if in the last few months you experienced a lot of struggle, I feel like the next few months are actually going to be very happy. It's going to be, I heard the phrase, almost like you're on cloud nine. I feel like this is just, you are making some of your most wildest dreams come true. And I'm so happy for you, pile number 2. I really am. It feels like you're doing some incredible stuff. I feel like through this process, you are going to have certain limiting beliefs come to the surface. That's a very big message for this pile, that through experiencing this sort of success, there is almost going to be this aspect of yourself that's going to come up unintentionally, but it's going to show you where you still need to heal. This may be regarding your self-image, is something that I'm getting. But I feel that whatever this shift is, whatever this perspective shift is, it has a lot to do with yourself. And I feel that this is something you're going to handle privately. In the Ace of Wands, I'm seeing that it's going to be a very creative time for you, and you're going to be following your creative passions with more, I almost want to say fiver, but I don't feel like that's the right word. With more vigor might be the better word. I don't know why I thought fiver. Maybe I was thinking of the website, but I feel very strongly that you are going to be following your passions, following what lights you up, and I feel that your creative endeavors specifically, I feel like there's going to be a lot of creatives who pick this pile, are going to be very rewarding for you. If it's not your creative endeavors, then it's just simply whatever you are passionate about. I'm seeing that your passion is going to really inspire you. Also, I did just receive a message around romance, so this could be extra confirmation that it might be a very exciting time for your love life. Even if it's not necessarily like you find your partner or your next, boyfriend or girlfriend or, whatever. I feel that it could possibly be a very good time for you to go on a lot of dates, explore yourself in that way. I feel like that could be very lucky for you. I also feel in the Tower that this change, this perspective shift is going to come in very quickly for you. It's going to feel like it's moving very fast. That might feel to some degree overwhelming, but I feel that you are going to thrive. I know that the Tower is usually indicating a sort of destructive shift, a destructive change, but I don't know. There's something about this imagery. It does not feel destructive to me at all. If anything, I'm noticing, again, it's like what I was saying earlier before when I received that message about romance. It was really in looking at this flower. I don't know why, but it made me think of romance. It made me think of the potential for a lot of dates, a lot of fun, a lot of excitement. Just a particularly romantic and airy energy surrounding you. And what I can't help but notice is that in this card, she is surrounded by these flowers, and there's like so many around her. And so it's a potential that if this is in regards to your love life, you could be going through a lot of shifts in that area as well and be presented with many options. And this might feel overwhelming for you at first, but I feel like I feel like this is a very enjoyable shift. Also, with the Tower, another message that I'm getting is that anything that has yet to be uncovered within you is going to be uncovered in this next chapter. And I feel like it's going, again, and this ties back to the Devil card, I feel like this is going to illuminate your shadow aspect, and it's going to help you get past some of those blocks. And I feel like you are going to just be presented with more opportunities to expand. That is the overall message for what shift I feel is coming next in your life. Now I want to pull some oracle cards to get some advice and maybe some extra details about what this shift might entail. Spirit, what advice do we want to give to pile number 2? Leap. Wow. What advice do we want to give to pile number 2? What advice? I almost feel like that's it. I feel like that's it for that oracle deck. And then we are also going to be using a crystal deck. Spirit, can you tell me anything else about what is coming next? What big shift is coming next for pile number 2? Ooh. Okay, so this card came out, but it came out in reverse. I kind of want to keep it upright. Let's start with leap. You go first. The universe will catch you. Yeah, I'm just seeing that. And I really feel that this card in particular is very connected to the Devil card in the sense that whatever is going to come up to you, whatever is going to be illuminated to you, I feel that it is a part of yourself that maybe you haven't yet let go of. Maybe it's a limiting belief that you've clung onto very tightly because maybe a certain aspect of you believes that it is going to keep you safe, it is going to keep you from harm. But I'm seeing that there is this need to let go of something in this next chapter, and I feel that Spirit really wants you to trust that you're going to be okay. I feel very strongly that in order for you to make progress, it's almost like you need to take the first step and Spirit will then take 10 steps towards you. That is the energy I'm getting. Again, I'm really picking up that it has to do with a sort of limiting belief, or maybe it's a negative habit that maybe you don't even realize as a negative habit, or maybe you have it that you will not be able to get rid of this habit, that you need the habit for whatever reason. I'm not sure. It could be very different depending on how you're resonating with this reading. But what I'm seeing is that Spirit is asking that you take the first step, you take the leap of faith, and Spirit will then take 10 steps towards you, is basically the message I'm getting. So sorry about that, my camera did cut off, but we are back, and now we're going to be looking at this card, Introspection. I am feeling very deeply that this is, again, echoing that you are going to be having a lot of perspective shifts. Now, while I do see that there is a lot of external shifts, new opportunities opening up for you, possibly you meeting more people, going on more dates, connecting with more like-minded individuals, possibly finding an audience if you're somebody who is looking to create content or do some sort of public speaking. I'm seeing that all of those things are very much coming through, but where I feel the greatest amount of shifts is going to be within yourself. And I feel, again, that it's going to come by way of you're going to be put in a very different perspective, and you're going to get opportunities that are almost like wishes. They're, in a sense, like dream come true. But it's in that same sense going to make you realize that the problem was never that you lacked anything else, but that there was something else going on underneath the surface, and that you are going to have to take it upon yourself to resolve those things in order to free yourself more, so that you may have more opportunities and you may be more capable of taking more risks or opening more doors for yourself. So that is really what I'm seeing for you, pile number 2. Also, I did get the message a little bit early on in the reading that 222 is going to be an important number for you. So if you start seeing that, I would take that as a sign of, honestly, I think you can assign meaning to it yourself, but I feel like that's going to be an important number. If there was any message in particular that really stood out to you in this reading, then I would take seeing 222 as a reminder of that message, whatever that might be for you. But this is your reading, pile number 2. I hope you found it helpful. If you did, make sure to leave a comment and let me know how the reading resonated. And if you liked the reading, leave a like and subscribe for more readings in the future. And I hope to see you in the next one. Bye. Hi, pile number 3. This is going to be your reading on what big change is coming next in your life. Now, before we get into this reading, I did have a quick message that I want to share. If you find that sometimes you struggle around being decisive or making certain decisions or taking action on certain things that you want, because maybe you fear that you're going to do it the wrong way, or you are very unsure of yourself, a message that came through very clearly was that there is no way for you to make a mistake along your path. You are so unconditionally loved by your guides, by spirit. There is no way that you can mess up. There's no way. And I just felt the need to share that message before we get into today's reading. Now, what I am getting, that is either it's your current energy or this is the energy that you're leaving. I feel like you have just gone through loss. Now, again, for some of you, this is going to be a different timeline. For some of you, this is something that you just went through. For others of you, this is something you're coming out of. And for others of you, this was maybe a few months ago. But I feel that you went through major loss in this last chapter of your life. And I'm really seeing that in the 5 of Pentacles. And I'm seeing in the Chariot that this loss, whatever it might have been financial loss, it might have been loss of a job, it might have been loss of a relationship. But this is now pushing you forward. And now it's propelling you towards accomplishing your desires and your goals. But I'm feeling very strongly there's this message about feeling unsure of yourself, which is part of the reason why I felt the need to deliver that message at the beginning. But also, I am seeing that there is a lot of, for some of you, it's going to be people who maybe have criticized you, who are around you, a lot of people who might doubt you. There might be a lot of self-doubt. And again, I think that self-doubt is not even really coming from you, but from maybe it's a projection of the doubt that others have placed on you. For others of you, I'm seeing that it's maybe not necessarily criticism, but it might be a lot of people around you who, for whatever reason, have some sort of opinion on how you should be operating or how you should be moving forward. And I feel that sometimes your own voice, your own judgment gets drowned out by these voices. Now, these could be friends, these could be family members. Take it how it resonates. But I'm seeing that right now, what is so important for you is that you focus on your internal wisdom. And I'm really seeing that come through in the High Priestess. I'm seeing that the decisions you make moving forward, they have the potential to teach you so much, but also what Spirit I think is coming through to, I don't want to say warn, because warn almost sounds too scary. Like I don't really love that, but almost like advise against is allowing the thoughts, the opinions of others to have any sort of say on how you move forward along your path. Because I feel that you have all of the answers within you. You, I feel, will especially resonate with this pile if you're somebody who struggles a lot with confidence, and Spirit wants to come through. Like, I almost want to give you a big hug and just tell you, like, you have nothing to doubt yourself for. You are so capable, and you have so much innate wisdom within you, pile number 3. And I just feel like Spirit really wants to come through and just let you know, let you feel how unconditionally loved you are. You are so loved. You do not need to worry about making a mistake or not being perfect or not being enough or not wanting to listen to your own judgment because you fear that it's somehow not correct. You are so loved. You can do no wrong. So long as you're being true and authentic to yourself. That does not mean you won't experience challenges, but challenges are a part of the growth process. They are a part of your growth. They don't need to be feared. They should be embraced. You are doing wonderfully, and you can trust yourself. I want to lay down the rest of the tarot cards I pulled for you. We have the Knight of Cups. We have the Seven of Cups in reverse. We have the Knight of Wands in reverse. And we have the Knight of Pentacles. What I'm seeing so strongly is that moving forward, and this is really coming through in the Knight of Pentacles, but also it's being confirmed for me in the Knight of Wands reverse. It's very important that moving forward, you keep in mind that slow and steady might be the best approach, especially if you have just come out of a time of loss or if you are currently in the process of rebuilding yourself back up. Know that Rome wasn't built in a day. It is okay for you to not see results overnight. That doesn't mean you're doing it wrong. And Spirit, again, wants to advise against moving in the direction of certain choices that might seem maybe in this moment to be the answer, the solution, the quick fix. Because I'm seeing a sort of foggy energy around you right now. I'm getting the sense that the time that is coming up for you is not necessarily meant to be one where all the answers are going to be handed to you. I feel that you are going to have to be your own guide during this time, and Spirit wants to again instill courage that you are capable, that you have the wisdom to move forward along your path, and that you do not need anyone's approval for the decisions that you want to make. And Spirit very clearly is advising that you take time and be patient. Spirit is saying that patience is the best practice right now. Keep your mind clear, concentrated, focus in on a certain area of your life. If there are multiple areas of your life that you would like to change, Spirit is coming through and letting you know that you can focus on one right now. That is a message I'm getting very strongly. Focus on one step at a time. I just thought of the song One Step at a Time by Jordan Sparks. That's so funny. Take one step at a time. And if you do this, you are going to be able to focus on each area that you desire change to occur in. You're going to be able to put much more focus, much more concentration, and it's going to allow you to build a better foundation for yourself. What I'm seeing in the Seven of Cups in reverse is that there's a lot of cloudy judgment. And I'm again getting this is from you not really knowing what direction to put your energy in specifically, and maybe being a little bit unsure of yourself. And so maybe not necessarily wanting to take action in a particular direction because you're afraid that you might do something wrong. And Spirit is coming through once again to say that there is no wrong that you can do. I'm also seeing, this was a message that popped up in the Knight of Cups. There is a potential for a love interest for those of you that are open to that at this time. There's a potential for a love interest or maybe even a friend, or it could even be multiple people that are coming through that might be a really great source of inspiration for you at this time. But again, keep in mind that while somebody might be a great source of inspiration for you, they might inspire you to want to take action, that does not necessarily mean that their judgment somehow trumps yours, because it doesn't. You know your path the best. You know yourself the best. And I think Spirit is really coming through to tell you that you should value your own voice. That's very important here. I have some oracle cards that I want to lay down. So this is representative of the energy that Spirit wants you to embrace in this next phase of your life. By next phase, I mean the next couple of months or weeks for some of you. Take it how it resonates. I'm seeing that Spirit wants you to really embrace your confidence. Spirit is telling you that you have every reason to be confident right now. I'm just seeing have so much wisdom to you. And I feel like you tend to overthink certain things because you don't want to do the wrong thing. You don't want to make the mistake. Spirit is saying that there are no mistakes right now. I feel like everything that happens in this next phase is going to be very beneficial for your growth. And understand that growth is not linear. Sometimes it might look like you're taking a step backwards. Sometimes the road ahead might not make sense. It might be confusing. It might be overwhelming. But it will inevitably take you to where you need to be. And I'm thinking of this quote from Steve Jobs. I can't quite remember the exact phrasing, but it's sort of the idea that you can never connect the dots looking forward. You can only connect the dots looking backwards. So it's okay if everything doesn't quite make sense in this moment. Just take it one step at a time. And when you look back, you will see that everything happened in the perfect way, in the perfect synchronicity to bring you to your next chapter. And that's really what I'm seeing in the mystery card. We have some more oracles for you. We have, actually, I want to read these to you. We have watermelon tourmaline, love, balance, clarity. Relationships are the currency of life, and watermelon tourmaline raises awareness of soul agreements and your impact on other people's lives. This crystal is supercharged to activate the heart chakra, creating a divine connection between you and your higher self. Like watermelon, it teaches you to enjoy the sweetness of life, remembering good things often take time to ripen. Watermelon tourmaline balances masculine and feminine energies, connecting your heart chakra to both the physical and spiritual aspects of yourself. What I felt was coming through the most strongly in that card was the connection between you and your higher self. I believe I said it earlier, I think you are going to be your best guide during this period. I might have not said that earlier, I don't know. I feel very strongly that in this next period, you are going to really need to go within and connect with your higher mind for you to get the answers you need and to get the confidence and the clarity you need to move forward. I believe that Spirit is saying that the key to developing a deep connection with your higher mind, with your higher self, is going to be through unconditional love. Affirm to yourself in every moment that you feel doubt, that there can be no wrong because you unconditionally love yourself. You do. You unconditionally love yourself. You would not want the best for yourself consistently if you did not unconditionally love yourself. You would not want to do better, be better. And any fear of maybe making the wrong step or maybe not being enough or not being correct, it is really just a fear of you not wanting to prove to yourself that you're unworthy. And why would you care if you did not love yourself? That's sort of a message that just came through. The second card that I'm seeing is turquoise. Peace, tranquility, patience, tranquil and calm. Turquoise reminds you that there are gifts in every day and each moment in your life matters. Small things add up and become big things over time. Have patience for all your labors of love, including yourself. Regarded as a bridge between heaven and earth, turquoise is a sacred stone in many Native American traditions and used as a source of healing and connection. Link to the heavens within yourself, the parts that bring you joy and remind you of your own inner magic. Interestingly enough, I sort of felt interesting. So I did not mention it with this, but there was a line in here. It says, remembering good things often take time to ripen. And then there is, small things add up and become big things over time. Have patience for all your labors of love, including yourself. I believe I mentioned earlier that Spirit did advise that you take a slow and steady approach. So if you're pursuing a goal, I think it's very important that you have patience, not with just the manifestation of this goal, but also with yourself. And if this goal is just loving yourself, have patience then too, because the process of loving yourself and of really learning to love yourself, you don't have to learn to love yourself. Loving yourself is something that is innate within all of us. It's really just about removing any limiting fears, any blocks that there might be around loving yourself. So I feel very deeply that Spirit is urging that you have patience and move forward with unconditional love. And know that you are unconditionally loved by Spirit. The last card, Rose Aura Quartz. Heart's desire, love, divine. The energy of love vibrates on a soul level, penetrating the body through its many layers of tissue, all the way down to the cells. Rose Aura Quartz is the crystal of love, with the ability to shift one's sense of self, provide nourishment for your growth, and transform fear and doubts into unconditional love, creating a strong bond to the universe. It creates a synergy between the pineal gland, located in the brain and associated with your third eye, and the heart chakra, infusing your intuition with space to give and receive more love. Yeah, I just feel that there is such a deep message here about having more compassion, more love for yourself, and allowing that to foster a deeper connection with your higher self so that you may have more clarity and you may move forward with more peace and more patience. And I just feel like this next shift, this next change is totally in regards to how you relate to yourself and how you connect to the universe and how you connect to spirit. And it's really beautiful. I feel that in this next chapter, you are going to be feeling even more connected spiritually, even more divinely protected, even more guided, because you're going to be fostering that connection. And I think it's going to help you improve your confidence, because as you listen more to your higher self, you are going to find that you are your best guide. You are your best teacher. There's nobody who knows your path better. That is what I'm seeing for you, pile number 3. This was your reading. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to leave a comment and let me know how this reading resonated. And if you liked the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more readings in the future. And I hope to see you in the next one. Bye!